What are your relationship prerequisites? First of all, Jacqueline, I'm going to need you to settle down real quick because she texts in and says, can I request that Ben say prerequisite 5 times fast on the air?
Listen, that is really difficult to say. He is so far doing well, but you are flirting with danger.
Listen, prerequisite. I could say
Can
that.
you say prereq? Prereq. We could short it.
Prerequisite. I got it. Prerequisite.
You got it.
Prerequisite. Prerequisite. Come at me.
Take that.
Come at me, Jacqueline.
Take that.
I'm a professional podcaster.
Wow. That was pro-level skills. Okay, breathe it out.
All right. Sorry. I had a moment.
Okay. So what are we even talking about?
Relationship prerequisites.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. Do you have them? What's the deal? Do you think you maybe, or did you figure out you had one after you went on a date?
I have to think way back to when I was dating, and I feel like the main one was heartbeat.
You weren't that desperate. Listen, Kelly K, come on, give yourself.
I got to be in my late 20s, and I was getting a little bit. I whittled it down.
Listen,
I narrowed it down.
Give yourself a little bit more credit there. Okay. There were plenty of gentlemen who were wanting a little of the Kelly K pie, but there was. I think your standards must have been just too high. Because
that's what it was.
The need for a heartbeat. There are plenty of guys who have heartbeats.
Yes. Okay.
But
I wanted them to be funny too.
You just weren't giving them a slice.
Maybe. Good sense of humor. Yeah, this is a big one for me. I needed to be able to take you to like an event or a party and you can function on your own socially. Like you can work a room. I don't have to like hold your hand.
Right.
And you're not like awkward to where you need someone to lead you through conversations with strangers.
Yeah, I think
that was an important quality for me.
Interpersonal communication skills are a big thing for a lot of people, I would imagine.
Yes. Just in general, social skills, being able to go to, just to strike up a conversation with people maybe you don't know that well in a room where you're at an event, a function, party, things like that.
Yeah, and I think, maybe one of my relationship prerequisites was a sense of humor, too. It was like you had to be able to get me.
Right. You have to think I'm really funny.
You had to be able to understand, get me, be on my level of humor. And,
right.
And
have a certain level of quirk.
Right. Because there were plenty of times where people would just kind of cock their head to the side, looking at me like they were a dog. Like, what?
Yes.
And I was like, come on. And then I'd have to explain myself. And then that was just a turn off, right?
That would not jive.
So this guy's gone viral with his story about a bad date with a woman who basically mocked him. Well, I'll let him explain.
So I went on a first date with this girl. We were getting along, and then she asked me, hey, what's your past relationship experience like? I was being very honest, and I told her, I've never had a girlfriend before in my life. And then she laughs a little, and then when we get home, I message her, hey, I had a good time. I'd love to see you again. And she never responds. And then I take a quick look at her Hinge profile, and I see that she's updated one of her prompts.
Oh, now here's where it gets a little...
Oh, no.
My most irrational fear is being someone's first girlfriend. What are people like me supposed to do? Were there relationship internships I was supposed to apply for or something?
I mean, he has a great point.
He does have a valid point.
Like what are you supposed to do here? Like,
was he supposed to lie? I've had a lot of girlfriends around. None of them stuck.
I mean, none of them stuck. It was all them. It was their problem.
Leading up to you, babe. It's part of a broken road.
Right, exactly. Like, what are you supposed to do? And I guess what age is then appropriate, or I don't know. It's never, because 40-Year-Old Virgin, the Steve Carell classic movie, right? It's you look at that, it's like, hey, everybody's path is different. And
now I'm not going to completely fully fault her for being like a little nervous about being someone's first girlfriend as an adult. I get that. But then the going on the social shaming
Right.
is not cool.
I think, yes, she could have at least gotten back to him and said, hey, I'm not ready to be your first girlfriend.
Or we just give it a shot. Maybe he's going to be the best boyfriend ever
That's
because
right.
he doesn't,
That's right. He doesn't have any baggage.
Eager to please.
Doesn't have any baggage. Right.
Exactly. He's like a clean slate. You can mold him into what you want to be.
And think of this. We're going to have to cut this younger generation a little slack when it comes to dating because there were 3 years when you couldn't literally touch anyone, right?
That is true. And
So-
their relationships had to be
Right,
like
had to be on a
text,
screen.
FaceTime on a screen.
Right,
yeah.
right.
That's
So
going to affect how your interpersonal skills.
Right. And so we're going to have to cut them a little bit of slack here. And okay, not your first, that's fine. When did you have an opportunity before? So
Do we need YouTube tutorials that they can watch
Do
on how
you-
to date in real life now?
Kelly, do you and I need to make these tutorials?
I'm not sure if we need to be the ones making those.
Lisa says my relationship prerequisite is to leave me alone. Doesn't lead to many dates, but at least I'm happy. Now, Lisa, listen. So you don't want someone to pursue you. You need to go
She
pursue
needs
the
to
person.
be ready. I feel like she's just waiting for the right person because that tends to change your perspective. You want to be, pursued by the right person.
Yeah. So sassy gay friend Mike says, I'm 44, never had a boyfriend. Nothing wrong with me, LOL.
Yes, you just, either you know what you want, you haven't found it yet, you're really picky, you're not going to settle. Nothing wrong with that either. But I think, there's a couple of different ways to look at this. I don't think you tell this poor guy, stop being honest. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I think if the ladies tend to just change their perspective, like this could be a good thing.
Well, and she obviously wasn't right for him.
No, she was not.
Yeah.
Especially if she's going to get on social media
Yeah.
and kind of put him on blast in a vague kind of low-key way.
Right, exactly. So relationship prerequisites. Relationship prerequisite.
Have a relationship before me. Get some experience.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Anyways, what is your relationship prerequisite? Do you have one? Did you not know you had one until you went out with someone? Feel free. You can always text it in or tweet us at Ben and Kelly Show.